I graduate from medical school in 5 days, and this is everything I did on my last Saturday as a medical student. One of my favorite ways to spend a Saturday morning is going for an easy run, and I always like to warm up my legs beforehand to make sure that I don't get any shin splints. This morning, I just did an easy 4 miles around the park next to our house, which is my favorite place to run in the entire city. After the run, the first stop is to get some hydration, and so I went with a raspberry flavored Element packet and then some creatine from Bare Performance Nutrition. After making my hydrating drink, it was time to make the fun drink of the day, which was an iced brown sugar latte. I normally drink a lot of iced lattes. However, after my wife and I got back from our trip to Europe, I've really been leaning into drinking warm lattes, but on this warm morning after my run, I just couldn't stomach the idea of drinking another hot drink. With my wife still out of town, my plan for today was to help my parents do some yard work, and so after making my latte, I ran down to meet them at Chick-fil-A for a quick breakfast. After breakfast, it was time to go to Lowe's to pick up all the plants and flowers that my parents were hoping to gather before we went back to their house. Once we got back to the house, my dad and I spent most of the time unloading the car and cleaning up the flower beds and shrubs so that my mom and sister could plant the new flowers. After helping my parents, I ran to meet one of my medical school friends for lunch. It was really fun to catch up with him and reminisce over our times in school since he was one of the first friends that I had and we spent much of our first 2 years together. After getting back from lunch, it was time to do some chores at my own house, and so I started by watering the flowers. After this, I spent some time putting down some weed killer on the front lawn because I told you guys about the weeds and how bad they were, and I wanted to try to get this down as quick as possible, so hopefully it will begin to take effect by the time the weather continues to get warmer. After doing my chores, it was time to go to the gym, so I whipped up some BPN creatine and strawberry electrolytes for my lift. After that, I was out the door and headed to the gym, but unfortunately, I forgot the gym key, and so I had to turn around and go all the way back to the house to grab the key before actually going into the gym. Thankfully, our gym is close, so this was not a long trip, but unfortunately, this happens to me more often than you might think. After going to the gym, I decided it was time to go get my car cleaned, so I ran to the car wash, and I needed some gas, so I decided to fill up my tank before heading back to the house. Soon after I got back, I was happy to see that Emma was almost home from her trip, and so we got to spend a few moments doing laundry together before we decided to go pick up our own fun drinks for dinner. After this, we ran home, made sandwiches, and enjoyed a low-key night together. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow.